Welcome to Greenface Gaming. My name is Delboy, and today I'm going to be taking you through adventure mode in Diablo 3. I'm going to cover off how to unlock adventure mode, bounties, Nephalem Rifts, and greater rifts. So I hope you enjoy. I've had fun doing it. So to kick things off, to unlock adventure mode, you have to kill Nephalem in the heart of the fortress. We run through this little scene here. It's a really nice clip. You know, people say about the graphics, but it's actually pretty good. Nephalem is probably one of the toughest bosses you come across. Right now, though, I can kill him pretty straightforward because I'm a lot higher level. I say that, still take me some time. There are cutscenes, but because I've actually completed this game already, it's not going to show you these right here. But yeah, one of the best bosses I've ever fought. I'd probably say he's better than Diablo, actually. Let's just finish this off. So once you've done that, you actually move on through to again the adventure mode that becomes unlocked. You kill him with one character, it's unlocked for every character. You don't have to do it with every single character that you create. Nice little cutscene. So, Nephalem's dead. You now unlocked adventure mode. Another game actually begins. To be fair, the story mode is fantastic, and it's it's a fair amount of time to complete. But this is where most of your game is going to be, and it's going to be in adventure mode. It's going to be within greater rifts. So to kick things off, we'll start with bounties. So bounties are mini quest games. You complete 5 in an act, and then you get a Herodric chest at the end. Once you have that, you get things like the Royal Ring of Grandeur if you complete it in Act 1. That's pretty much bounties. Let me run through a quick bounty with you now, and then we'll move on to greater rifts. Just want to point out on the right hand side you have your objectives on where you're going in this bounty and how you get to complete it. And then you get a pop-up once it's done saying that's how much reward you get.
Not enough fury.
Once you've completed your bounties, you go back to town, check you've done them all. Great. Go to Tyrael. Tyrael will tell you, hey man, you saved the world. Yeah, woohoo. Thanks very much. He'll then give you a Herodric chest. What I don't have is enough room, so I'll have to throw something out. I'll throw these Mortal Kings out. Go back to the Herodric cache or chest. Blah blah blah. Opens up. You get blood shards. You get runes. That's a Royal Ring of Grandeur. I can guarantee it. The runes you actually use in Canai's Cube. They're very useful, so make sure that when you're doing the bounties, that you make sure that you keep all those together. That's pretty much bounties, guys. You've unlocked adventure mode. We've done a bounty. You've done them all. What do you do next? Well, the next thing is rifting. So what is a rift? Well, a Nephalem Rift is a randomly generated dungeon. It's packed with elites, mobs, and you have to complete them as quickly as possible. Once you've completed them, there's a mini-boss at the end. You have to beat that mini-boss. Once you've beaten him, you get a loot. And you also get a Greater Rift Keystone. With that Keystone, it opens up Greater Rifts. Now what Greater Rifts are, the same thing, but you're against the time, you're against the clock. And you have to complete the mini-boss within the clock. So what this does, it starts off at level 1, which is the setting of hard, right up to Torment 13. Now people are starting to do greater rifts higher than that. They go up to around 105 to 115, really pushing the boundaries, and they are insane. There's just thousands and thousands of enemies to kill. It's really something special. Myself, I've only actually got up to Torment 79 on solo, but what we'll do a quick Nephalem Rift now, and then I'll do a greater rift after.
creature must die.
So, in the Nephalem Rift, you have a yellow bar that fills on the right hand side. Once that bar is filled, then you have the mini boss arrives. Now you can see what happens once you've completed the yellow bar. There is a Rift Guardian complete. So once you've completed a Rift, you get Bounty, you get Greater Rift Keystones, you get some legendary items and things like that, you get some diamonds, reusable parts, etc. It's pretty nice, it's pretty good, but the Greater Rift Keystone is where you really want it. So once completed, go to Orek, and he will give you some nice XP and some gold. What you do collect is something called blood shards, which you have down the bottom, which can be spent at Kadala here. They can be spent on anything like weapons, gloves, any sort of armory, and then sort of amulets as well. My advice is always go for the armor, not go for the weapons, because the weapons generally cost too much and you get more for your buck. So we've completed the Nephalem Rift, we've got our Greater Rift Keystone. What do we do now? We come to here and then we just run you through. Let's do a Torment 10 to make it nice and simple on myself so I can get through it without dying. So this one's slightly different. What you've got is a time left to do it and your progress. So as you can see, I'm behind already and now I'm ahead.
Not enough fury.
So the idea is to keep the purple above the line, the timeline. Because at the end of this one, you have to complete the boss within the time as well. There's no unlimited time on this one. You have to complete this as quickly as possible. Now these rifts get harder and the time gets shorter.
I need fury. You wilt against my blow.
Now this time they're dropping purple skulls. Again, this just speeds up the time of the rift. Now notice this time that all enemies disappear once this Rift Guardian arrives. It also means that I now have 11 minutes to kill this Rift Guardian, and for whatever reason he's decided to spawn bloody miles away. Ah, they do jump though. Woohoo! So after killing the Rift Guardian, you get again a loot, which is obviously nice. We also get Urshi. Now Urshi, she allows you to upgrade your legendary gems. The legendary gems drop in this rift. So what will happen every when you first start playing this game, every greater rift that you complete, a legendary gem will drop until you have all the legendary gems, and then you start getting loots like I've just dropped then. Urshi actually upgrades your gems for you, and she gives you a percentage, and if you don't die, you get an extra one. So upon completing a greater rift, when you speak to Orek, he gives you your XP, but he also gives you this nice little menu here saying that you completed it, what your time was, your personal best in this section, what your rewards were, and how your friends have done. It's actually quite a nice little feature. I hope I've given you a good overview of what adventure mode is. So the Bounties, the Nephalem Rifts, the greater rifts. It's one of the greater modes that I've played in Diablo, and I still play it today. The greater rifts is what keeps me coming back for more. That's all I've got time for today. My name is Delboy. This has been Greenface Gaming. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll see you all again soon.